another day on the farm. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pull out an old sickle bar mower, we're going to fix it up, and we're going to get it running again so we can cut the fields with it. Last I've heard, it did run when parked, but that's been many years ago. So we're going to get it out and see what it needs. We're pretty sure, we're pretty sure that it's going to need a new pitman arm. We're fairly positive it's going to need all new teeth on the sickle bar, on the blade itself. So let's get in, get this thing pulled out of the weeds, and see what she looks like. So the weapon of choice for today is going to be the Massey Ferguson 383. It's an English tractor, there's no cup holders. Excellent. As I said a while ago, everything on this thing is structural, and that's true, but some things you don't want to grab a hold of, like in here where your controls are at, and here where your linkages are. As you can see, that one right there, well, maybe you can see, that one right there has already been heavily bent. I don't know why. I don't think it is that way on purpose. Lovely. Nice. Okay, while that's not exactly the way I wanted to pick it up, it's the way that it did pick up. We're just going to have to be careful with that going down the farm road. So one thing that our sickle bar mower needs is the pitman arm. I have a couple that might have been on this one in the past, but they have some different design elements. This one has a bearing with a zerk. And this one does not, but it has the manual greasing fitting on it. But it is rotten, will need to be replaced. Hi, and welcome back to the farm. Last time we were here, we drug the old John Deere number 5 out of the weeds, and since then I've done a lot of research on the old number 5 and learned a lot about it. And so there's tons of different models of this model, if you will. And the one we have here is probably a early 40s. I believe my granddad bought this brand new. I have to follow up with my dad to find out for sure. And today I'm going to be taking off some of these rock guards, trying to take off some of these rock guards, because they are, I don't think they've ever been taken off, but we'll find out. Some of them look like they have been replaced because some of them are square nut, some of them are hex nut. Some of them look like almost looks like a bolt head, but I think it's actually just kind of been almost welded by age and running over the ground. So I'm going to see if I can get some of these off and take a look at them. I have to get them all off because the hold down clips here are rusted to the blade, and so to get the blade out, I've got to get all of these off. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and let's come along for the ride. Let's get to work. All right, so weapon of the choice for today is the Mahindra 410. I believe it's called a LHST, I think. HST, I know, stands for hydrostatic transmission, but I'm not sure about the other one. Basically, it's a TYM rebadged as a Mahindra. Oop, wrong way. Come on. It'll work. I had mentioned earlier about understanding now why this thing is a big triangle. And give me just a second, I'm going to switch to my wide angle lens. The reason why it's a triangle is because if you were to catch something, a fence post or a big stump or something with this thing, and you just kept trucking, this bit right here breaks free. This spring, oops, turn my camera, there we go. It's causing pressure on that latch right here. And so that pops free. This whole section here pivots away on this pivot point. And so this whole thing will shift that way and get around your stump or whatever and not break your knife blade or your blade arm, which is the most expensive component of it. But also, just not bend all of this up; it just all breaks away. And because this is in a straight line here to your tractor, because when it breaks away, it has a much longer distance that it can swing before this PTO shaft comes out of its sleeve. So yeah, a lot of engineering, but some pretty thoughtful engineering. So I took the bar over to my father-in-law's shop and had my brother-in-law torch off all the nuts, and I'll put some video to accompany this of him torching some of those nuts off of there. So what he did was he went in with the bar flipped over and just torched that nut right off. And these are probably reusable, but I'm not sure if the whole thing is worth me reusing. I will eventually replace them all, but might be good enough to get her set up and get started. So this is my brother-in-law torching off the nuts on the bottom side of the sickle bar. Now there are a lot of impurities in this old steel, and that's the popping and snapping that you're hearing and seeing. I decided at this point that I would bravely retreat to a more appropriate distance to more fully capture the magnitude of the scene. We decided that it would be easier to torch the nuts off that held the sickle bar to the body of the mower itself. That would make it more manageable to get to the bottom side of the sickle bar where the nuts are that hold the rock guards on. I'm going to end the video here. That way I can go ahead and produce this video and get it out to you guys so you can start watching it. In the next video, I'm going to be reassembling the bar, reattaching it to the frame itself, putting the knife blade back in it, adding in rock guards, things of that nature. Maybe even get to where we actually perhaps hook it to a tractor and give it a little test run. We'll see. Thanks for watching. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit that like button. And as always, thanks for joining me on the farm.